Oh, here's the demo. Oh God!
Beautiful one. Welcome everyone. Them as Red Team being joined by Nobody41, and this is the third game of the MAC Week 3 matchup with Yo and Nicov, and it's going to happen on Marshland. And this is the game where yesterday something really epic happens, but we're going to elaborate on this one in a second. We're going to have Britons vs Japanese. What are your thoughts, man?
I love this map. This map is awesome. This is the first time I've seen it, and man, this is a crazy map.
For sure, man. For sure. A lot of laming can happen, first of all. A lot of laming because they're spawning so close together. There's this aspect of elevated TCs. You have some nice berries. Actually, Franks on this map could work well, just in theory. You have these interesting wood lines that ask to be tower rushed, actually. So we'll see how this is going to go. Yo has Japanese, by the way, so he might want to go for med arms, maybe plus towers. We're going to see. Nicov, though, probably going to counter this with his ranged units of the Britons. Interesting choice.
Oh man, I really love the Japs on this map because they'll have that great economy with the Mills Lumber Camps and Mining Camps 50% cheaper. They'll be able to get a dock and get faster fishing ships, and they'll be armored as well. And then you also have that men-at-arms rush, which goes so well with towers. That's just... those three bonuses together, just... those are really... that's a really strong civilization.
Yeah. So,
and then for the Brits,
we'll see.
I think the Britons are more of a defensive style. You need to get your archer ranges up. You need to get some walls up. I just don't see that on this map.
So someone says there's no stone in the middle, guys. Exactly. The stone is on the outer part, and we have the gold in the middle part. But still, you can go for a single tower, at least drop it somewhere. You have 2 on its stone to begin with, so it's certainly not impossible. But we'll see. We'll see. We see this early walling by Yo here. A lot of walls here, but we see the palisades and houses being already up here to make sure that Nicov is not going to be able to just push in through the middle. Something else needs to happen. Docks are now in the making as well. It seems that Nicov might have the advantage timing-wise to kick in with a fishing boat slightly earlier. Not that it is going to matter too much. We're going to see. But besides that, it's an interesting match. It's going to be really nice, this map, how it's going to work. Hopefully, we will have a long one, because yesterday it was not too long. It was Viper versus MBL. It ended really fast because of Viper's sick counter lame that he did to MBL. So I'm expecting only the greatest things on this map with these skilled players. Britons, Japanese, excited.
Yeah, interesting thing, Yo placing his dock all the way in the north side, so both docks are almost, they're on the same half of the little island there. Nicov probably not going to anticipate that. I wonder if Nicov is going to send his galley down towards the south side, and that could be potentially a big advantage if Yo is able to attack the fishing ships of Nicov first. But look at this. Yeah. Nicov is actually going to scout it.
Yeah,
wow.
There we go. Wait a second, let me just show it like this. You just missed it there. My God, man. Unfortunate. Nicov just missed that dock.
Oh, that is huge. That is huge, man.
Yeah, certainly unfortunate there for him. That's actually quite some valuable information to know where the enemy dock is, especially that early on, to plan ahead, to make sure that you can actually count this one in, whatever you're going to do.
This has got to throw Nicov off so much, though. Like, because if you don't see the dock of Yo and you scout all the bottom side, there's no way you're going to think the dock is in that little corner in the north. You're going to think like something tricky is up.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. It could mislead you, that's for certain. So as a matter of fact, Nicov has gotten Loom earlier. He's going to click up with a villager less. 19 villagers, 3 fishing boats, the 4th is in the making. And that is quite early, you would say. But of course, getting these water buffaloes as early as possible is a nice thing. And with that one, just curious what exactly is going to happen. See, villagers going for the gold really fast here. So it can be galleys, it can be archers, a lot of things are possible, but I guess it will be archers here. The barracks is now in the making. It can be quite nice. We'll check it out.
Well, I was really not expecting archers. I was expecting a galley war. That's different.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's different for sure. It's would have expected.
And this probably wouldn't happen without these balance changes, because those archers are going to have to go in the shallow area, and I guess they're just not going to be afraid of the galleys any longer.
Yeah, especially with them being nerfed heavily in this tournament, for sure, for sure. Therefore, archers, it's going to be right away. I mean, the archers will have a huge impact early on in the game due to the fact that the enemy is so close, right? So, non-mounted units are actually quite strong in a situation like this because they don't have to travel for that long. The archers can be just active right away. Two villagers are prepared, dropping the arch range right in front of the TC, my man. Look at this beautiful view.
Well, there's no chance they're going to get destroyed by men-at-arms there. If that was to happen.
So certain. Nope, not in this game, man. All right, and what is Yo actually gonna do? That's the big question here. That's the big question. He's not on gold. He is on gold. There we go, 4 villages, but he's actually going for water right away. So is Nicov, of course. He's gonna go for a mixture. He's going for the fire galley as well as the archers. But for Yo, it's solely the navy that is going to matter, it seems, with 2 docks.
Yeah, and Nicov not finding that dock. Even at this stage, I think that does throw Nicov a little bit off. I don't know if he would have made that archer range right next to the town center if he wasn't suspecting like men-at-arms or something along those lines. But either way, Nicov is going to move himself out with this archer, and he's actually going to go the long way around. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, we'll check it out. I mean, he's taking a nice detour there. Not so sure what exactly the plan is. He's even moving to the shallow now. What's the plan here, man?
I have no clue. It looks like they're going to go around the back, and that could be a potential good target, that lumber line, eventually on the right side.
True, he knows about this one, so he's going to go there. And also what Timo has been saying, some quick fletching. There we are. The archers are going to arrive. That's going to be hurtful already. Let's see.
Yeah, 2 archers could definitely kill a villager. Certainly, these villagers are going to have to run, and that's going to idle a lumber line.
Oh, yeah.
For Yo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 8 villagers idle like that.
Oh, my God.
Hurtful.
Yo has 500 wood. Look how much wood he has. That's ridiculous.
What is he going to do with that one? Why did he have that many villagers on wood for
He almost has 250 of every resource.
I mean, I guess the plan was actually to go for more navy, but he actually is adjusting now because he's not producing any navy unit anymore. He just has 2 fire galleys harassing the fishing boats of Nicov. But as the tower is close by, that's actually an excellent idea over here to protect these fishing boats. And yeah, it seems that there is a change. He switches from navy to skirmishes. That's the big idea. Even though he's heavily on gold, so it might be just archers and skirmishes. We'll check it out. A lot of floaters on gold.
This map is so hard to balance your economy because those lumber lines, they can run out. You might have to run your villagers. So the wood is hard. There's no space to build farms, and the fishing ships are constantly going to be... there's going to be a lot of variance in how far they have to move and how you have to rebuild your docks. And then since the golds and stones are so far away, it's hard to readjust the villagers. So that's why I guess we're seeing a lot of eco imbalance even early on.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's a good explanation there. Quite some unbalanced economy, especially for Yo, because he's readjusting and it's quite hurtful. He has that many villagers on gold. That's way too much for a single archer range working, producing archers. Whereas Nicov seems to have a stabilized situation because he's not the one being pushed away. Obviously, with 2 archer ranges constantly producing archers, I guess it's going to be really tough for Yo. I'm not so sure if I like Yo going for archers. Maybe directly going for skirmishes is the better choice, but we'll see.
A big fight happening in the north. It looks like 2 fishing ships, or maybe looks like just 1 fishing ship going down for Yo. Nicov backing away with his archers. Archers are now harassing the wood line. Look at how many idle villagers Yo has.
It's insane, man. It's insane. At this point, it just says it was up to 5, but there's potential for more and more idols. Yeah, they're moving away. Just 3 archers idling this entire wood line. Yeah, Yo is under pressure because this is Nikov's type of game to take over the control now. It's something he enjoys for sure at this point because Yo completely reactive, suffering a lot economy-wise, going well for Nicov for sure.
And I think this is of Yo's own making. Yo had enough resources to drop down the archer range very early. Didn't do so, banked up a lot of resources when he didn't have to, and that's why he's at such a big military disadvantage now.
That's not going too well. If I look at these villagers, there's not even a close by lumber camp. This is so inefficient what Yo does, what he has to do. Now, actually, regrouping the villagers with a house there, but Nicov is gonna continue like that. And we finally see some skirmishes in the making. A bit too late, if you ask me, because Nicov has that many archers that he can even take the fight against a couple of skirmishes like that. It's looking really, really grim. Even though Yo is going crazy on water, he has 4 galleys ready, 4 fire galleys, even a normal galley in the making. Well, looks interesting on water, but I guess the land is going to matter as well, especially in these times. Nicov might build up more of an advantage here if it continues like that.
Normally, if you see this kind of situation where your opponent is surrounding you on 3 sides with archers and you can't get any wood, normally that's good game. But not with these players and not with this map. Yo has one key advantage that could potentially keep him in this game and give him an advantage later, and I think that's the fishing ships. And I think that's just such a huge advantage that's keeping Yo in this game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as long as he has some food economy like that, it's quite nice. If we look at the food count, though, currently 200-ish for Yo per minute, 250 for Nicov, so he's still in the game, for sure. And even a market now in the making for Yo, maybe trying to rebalance the economy. Yeah, he will buy himself some food to click up to Castle Age. Speaking of which, Nicov is going to do the very same thing to click up in a few seconds. He's about to have enough food, and then we will see some Castle Age war on this beautiful map.
I can't believe Yo survived this. I thought Yo was going to type GG right there.
Yeah. True.
He's still at a disadvantage, maybe with a few with villagers, but honestly, not that many. But yeah, I just can't believe he survived that whole onslaught. None of the villagers were able to work.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. It's still somewhat working. Great attitude of Yo to not give up like this. No real demotivation for him. It's just a sick performance, but we'll see how long this is going to go like that, because he's now losing 3 of his fire galleys. A couple of galleys are still up, a lot of skirms are up. Nicov is now retreating.
Oh, here's the demo! Oh, God!
That's a beautiful one. Oh, my God.
No!
Could have been so beautiful.
Oh, my... Oh, there it is.
Still. Well, still, I mean, it could have been more beautiful, unfortunately, but still, at least, that's some damage. Yo is in troubles, regardless. So, I fully agree. It's tough. It's tough. Yo's still doing a great job. Castle uptime is beautiful for both of them. 4 seconds difference. That's good. Question is, what is the next plan, though? What is the game plan for Nicov? Probably crossbows would make sense. He's adding a lot of farms, though. A lot of farms. We'll check it out. What is Yo gonna do at the same time?
Man, this is such a weird game, because I think Yo right now has such a huge economy lead with those 7 Japanese fishing ships, but at the same time, Nikov's army is so huge, and they're about to be British crossbow with the extra range. So one player with a big economy lead, the other player with a big military lead. It's up to Nicov to do the damage, but he's got lots of opportunities to do so.
Yeah, for sure. He got a lot of opportunities, a lot of possibilities to go for it. So I'm curious about the next moves. Potentially just Arbalists, just make use of the great range. There we go, crossbowman upgrade. I mean, with that many units, would be a shame if he didn't go for it. So we'll check it out. Yo is going for botkin as well as gold mining, interestingly. Elite skirmishes and gold mining is not the cleanest picture. Seems that he might want to spend the gold mining for something else. We will see, but also Nicov preparing himself with his siege workshop. So I sense there's going to be also some mangonels very soon. We'll see.
Yo, on top of that hill might save him. It might not, but this is such a hard fight to take. Elite skirmishers, which, regular skirmishers, which haven't been upgraded, and these crossbowmen are wrecking havoc.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, a lot of galleys going down. A lot of galleys going down. Oh my god, man. All right, so that's good, great for Nicov. That's a great situation. He might even take that fight against the skirmishers. Why not? Numbers are just winning here.
Just one-shotting the skirmishers.
Yeah, man. This is once again a game type of situation, because Nicov is now about to enter the space. The only hope that Yo can have is this mangonel that is currently in the making. A bit too late, currently at 40%. A lot of villagers are migrating once again. Heavy migration. A lot of idle villagers once again. It's a messed up situation, but at least Nicov is not going inside of the base, so Yo can have a breath once again. Not so sure for how long, though.
As he said, that might have been a game-deciding fight, as Yo could have maybe gotten that last armor on the skirmishers. Maybe they would have done better. Held back with his army longer to get the upgrades, so he could have taken a better fight. Maybe gotten the war galley upgrade. But he took that fight right then, and Nicov did a ton of damage to him. And now Nicov is up by 7 villagers and is going to kill even more.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Eamon says Yo needs a sick Mangonel. A Mangonel that kills a lot of units at the same time. Well, that would be, of course, highly, highly ideal for Yo. But if we're gonna see that one, not so sure. Because this Mangonel just sitting inside the base for the sake of safety. And besides that, Nicov is just making sure that he chases Nicov until the edge of the map. As we can see to the north, Yo's now remaining there with his villagers. Besides that, also more of economical approaches by Nicov, adding another TC as a crucial point to the left-hand side where he can protect his gold further on. And Yo tries to still do some stuff with his navy. He's going for wall galleys. So is Nicov, by the way. Finally getting wheelbarrow. I'm relieved. But not so sure if Yo is going to win the game just by relying on navy once again. A bit of skirms, one Mangonel. Well, he has the weapons. He needs to use them correctly. He needs to get to the right engagements. Not so sure if that's going to be possible.
Yeah, I really don't like that town center on the left side for Nicov. It doesn't really protect a lot. So at least if you're going to get a town center, make sure it protects like wood or something like that. But at the same time, I just really think this is a really military-centric kind of map. I don't think booming is going to give you that much more of an advantage if you don't have a greater army. Because if you have control of the water, say with galleys, you could do so much damage. And you could just kill so many villagers and make up any difference there might have been.
True. True. I mean, there are a couple of things that they could improve here, but let's see what Nikov's going to do with the fight on the northeast now, because Yo is there with quite some navy. Nicov has had 3 boats, now he only has 3 fire ships, and the Mangonels, skirms, that's the entire army of Yo, I guess, that he is now presenting to us in the north. A bit of a ballsy move, because that's going to create a vacuum in the middle. Theoretically, Nicov could now advance if he had enough units in the middle, but he doesn't do that. Instead, it's just the chase here. Nicov actually in a bad position there with his army. He's taking a lot of hits for nothing at this point.
And I was going to say, I really wish Yo has ballistics, but he clearly does have ballistics, and that's doing quite a bit of damage as these units retreat.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. For sure. And now another engagement. With this one villager should retreat. The siege pressure will most likely not go up. There's a lot of units on Yo's side. And as I said, ballistics is going to matter a lot by chasing these units of Nicov. It's actually really, really good of Yo. It surprised me that Nicov has put himself in this very situation. It was avoidable, but nevertheless, he's now lost quite a lot here.
Absolutely. Even just on this retreat, Nicov just standing there losing a crossbow and 2 fire ships, and just none of the units moving. I thought maybe it looked like Nicov was going to engage the army of Yo once those fire galleys came in, but I don't know what Nikov's doing.
Yeah, and now he's
engaging. It makes no sense.
When it's too late, you know? I mean, half of his army is nearly dead, HP-wise. He just wasted these 4 fishing boats, fire galleys, so it's strange. Strange decisions.
Very weird. Very weird. Just, I looked like Nicov was about to turn around as soon as those fire galleys got in there, and now he's gonna fight? That makes no sense.
Yeah, maybe the idea was that he will take the fight close to his docks to reinforce nicer, but it didn't work. He didn't create a good momentum, and actually, Yo is gonna take over quite nicely here, because he has quite a strong navy that is able to kill a lot of new arriving units here. Asking myself if Nicov has another plan, actually, if we're just missing something, because he's just
look at that gold.
Oh, these villagers, first of all, this oversaturated gold is sick to watch, you know. That's 29 villagers, my friends, that are currently going at it.
This is why I didn't like that town center there.
Yeah, true, you're absolutely correct. It's insane. It's insane.
Oh, wow. Man. And I think we're going to see, I mean, if Yo is able to maintain this water control, he's going to be able to kill so many villagers of Nicov. Investing into town centers, I know you're British, so maybe it's not that bad, but I really just want to see more investment to army. If Nicov had just a touch more army, might have been able to turn around and defeat the army of Yo earlier in this game. And that was really the big turning point here, and Yo is piling on the pressure, and there it is, GG.
Wow. Wow, it's actually GG. I wouldn't have thought this, man. It started so nicely for Nicov, but Yo just held the ground and survived, pushed back. I thought, okay, it's quite not too creative, not too poetic to just go for Navy once again, but this time it worked like a charm, especially with Nikov's strange decisions, wasting his units for maybe not the best reasons, and a couple of other minor decisions, such as this town center that we were talking about, totally right, was not healthy, and all of a sudden Nicov with a huge disadvantage, Yo taking over and winning the game. GG.
Man, this was crazy. 9 times out of 10, I think a player would have lost this when you see how badly Yo mismanaged his economy in the early game, how he was so behind in military that none of his villagers could take wood at all, and somehow Yo was able to just come back in this game and you take it just in the next basically 10 minutes later. That's pretty crazy. And if you're playing against Yo, make sure you put Yo away as soon as you can, because I think he's able to make any sort of if he turns on the pressure, if he starts to get into rhythm, maybe halfway through the game, he's a really tough player to stop.
For sure, for sure. That is a crazy, crazy situation that we've just witnessed. People are saying it is a throw.